So you started your business in the US, but you had to shift to China when there was a recession in 2007, right? Tell me, how did that work? That's a big leap.
When they were talking to different companies, it was just me and another two that we were bidding on this. It was a ginormous project. And when I won that project, they came to me because they said, we're going to give it to you, you're young, but we're going to give it to you because you're Mexican. And this is the one time that I thought, oh my gosh, being Mexican actually works in my favor in the United States. And they said, being Mexican, you will understand the Chinese way and you will not be scared to travel to China. And that was true. China is like Mexico with Chinese people.
How do you actually get yourself to do that pitch and go your hardest to get the job?
It's disheartening when I get feedback that says the architect wants to do interiors, Lorena. And I think, well, okay, I understand that the architect wants to do interiors, but you don't go to your GP to give you plastic surgery. You know, you go to the specialist.
Yeah.
Architects are great architects and they can definitely do interiors, absolutely. And they have flawless detailing. But interior designers, we are trained to deliver to the end user. Interior designers don't have that box aesthetic. We design based on what the client is requesting.
Sure.
We bring form and function to that.
So tell me, how do you cope with news like that? I mean, it's devastating, not just for you, but then having to deliver that news to your team. And how do you kind of get through something like that?
That was incredibly difficult because, I mean, I was in my early 30s to then turn at my team who were about my age and said, I can no longer pay your fees, right? I went to my team, I was honest. I told them, this is what's happening. It's not me, it's everywhere. But what I did offer to them is the likelihood of you winning a job is going to be very hard. Why don't you turn into a consultant and I hire your consultant services?
Now, you mentioned to me that you found it harder to start your business here as an experienced designer with a fantastic portfolio than you did as a 24-year-old in the US. Talk to me about why it was so difficult.
Australia it's a beautiful market because the design is incredible. I mean, I can say the work here is so much better than the work that I did in the US. And for me it's not the struggle because thinking, oh, people are not taking me with open arms. It's because it's a small circle of people. They're very comfortable working with what works, and why fix something that's not broken, right? It's a great system that already exists and not everybody wants change.
Now, you mentioned COVID.
Yep.
Talk to me, how's that impacted your business and how have you coped with that?
I have more work coming from the US since COVID. I even have work in Europe at the moment, a hotel that we're designing all remotely. And also here in Australia, because people are starting to see the end product. And I understand that, there's only so much that you can sell with renders until
Sure.
people start visiting and seeing the quality for themselves. And so I'm really hoping, and it feels that, there's a really bright future for my company and my staff on the years to come after COVID.